I'm Anna Jackson with Danziger and Llano. The asbestos trust funds were created to compensate people harmed by asbestos exposure. They exist because many companies responsible for that exposure went bankrupt after facing lawsuits. Instead of leaving victims with nothing, these companies were required to set aside money in trust funds. That money is still available today for people diagnosed with asbestos-related diseases like mesothelioma. Here's how they work. First, you have to prove exposure. This means showing that you were exposed to asbestos through a specific company's product, job site, or environment. This proof can come from work history, military service records, or statements about where the exposure happened. Second, you need to confirm medical diagnosis. A diagnosis of mesothelioma or another asbestos-related illness is required, supported by medical records. Once these two things are established, a claim is submitted to the appropriate trust fund. Each trust has its own process. One is a faster, more straightforward review that follows set guidelines. The other is a more detailed review that looks closely at your specific situation. After review, the trust determines the value of the claim. However, the amount paid is usually adjusted to make sure funds remain available for future claimants. It's also possible to qualify for more than one trust fund. If exposure came from multiple sources over time, separate claims can be filed with each applicable trust. One of the key advantages is speed. Trust fund claims are often processed faster than traditional lawsuits. Another is simplicity. There is no need to go to court. In most cases, attorneys handle the process. They gather records, identify the right trust funds, and submit the claims on your behalf. And like other mesothelioma cases, they typically work on contingency basis. The key takeaway is this: asbestos trust funds are structured systems designed to compensate victims. If you can show exposure and a diagnosis, they can provide for financial support without the delays and stress of a lawsuit.